So, hello guys, today I'm going to show you an absolutely insane chess game where the chess legend Garry Kasparov played a god level masterpiece against Florin Georgiou in the round 12 of Moscow Interzonal held in year 1982. This game features some crazy sacrifices and tactical fireworks, so make sure to watch till the end. I am your host Bison. So game starts with d4, knight to f6, c4, e6, which is known as East Indian defense. Now Kasparov opts for knight to f3, anti-Nimzo Indian, and now if black play d5, then it will be the setup of Queen's Gambit declined. But here black plays b6, which is known as Queen's Indian defense. Here black is preparing for bishop to b7, okay, a3 by white, covering the b4 square so that black bishop can't enter, and this is known as Petrosian variation. Bishop to b7, knight to c3, and this is known as Kasparov-Petrosian variation. Now black strikes with d5. Okay, now some takes happen. Now Kasparov develops his queen to c2, c5 targeting this pawn, e4 targeting this knight, and this is known as Murray variation. The Murray variation is the Queen's Indian defense. In the Queen's Indian defense happens when white plays e3 and bishop to e2 early instead of fianchettoing with g3. And this is named after the Israeli grandmaster Jacob Murray, who popularized this solid setup. The idea is to build a safe and flexible position, develop quickly, and keep the option of playing e4 later. The advantage is that white stays very compact, avoid early risks, and is too hard to attack. The disadvantage is that without g3 and bishop to g2, white bishop is more passive and black can equalize more easily if white is not careful. Okay, so after this, black captured the knight, b takes c3, bishop to e7. Here black is preparing to castle. Kasparov gives a check from his bishop, bishop to c6, and obviously you can't exchange the bishop because then black will develop his knight. That's why Kasparov brings back his bishop to d3, knight to d7, and finally Kasparov castled h6 by black, but it's better for black to go for castling. Okay, rook to d1, but guys, here instead of rook to d1, the better move for white is to play d5, because after takes, now white can play rook to d1, and you can see that white is doing great after bishop to f5 and creating a discover attack over this bishop. Okay, after the move rook to d1, white played queen to c7, but but this is also a mistake because now Kasparov finds this amazing move d5, because after takes, now comes bishop to b5, creating a discover attack on the bishop, and black tries to attack the bishop by playing a6. But guys, in this position, Kasparov finds a brilliant move, bishop to f4, sacrificing his bishop, and now here black is forced to capture this bishop, because suppose if queen to b7, now white will play bishop takes d7 check, and if you capture it with the king, now comes queen to e4, and you can see that this position is completely winning for white, and you can see that in the next move white will capture this bishop with a check. Okay, but suppose after this move, which is bishop takes d7, if black decides to capture it with the queen, now white will play c4 and black has to lose his bishop. That's why after bishop to f4, yeah, after this move, here black decides to capture this bishop. But now comes bishop takes d7 check, king takes d7, rook takes d5 check, king to c7, rook to e1, and you can see that here white is attacking this bishop. Okay, so let's go back on the move which is a6. Yeah, here after this move, here after the move bishop to b5, the correct move is not to play a6. To defend this game for some time, here the best move for black is to bring his bishop back on c6. But why? This is because suppose after bishop to f4, queen takes f4, bishop takes c6. Now in this position, black can play this god level move, long castle. Although still white is winning, but this position is still holdable for black if black played accurately. Okay, so in the actual game, after the move rook to e1, bishop to d6 by black defending his bishop, but now comes rook to f5, attacking this queen, queen to c4, and now Kasparov brings his another rook into the game by bringing it on e4, targeting this queen, queen to b5, rook takes f7 check, king to b8, rook to e6, and now you can see that this bishop is under attack. That's why to defend this, black brings his rook on d8, but guys, this is of no use because now comes c4, targeting this queen again, queen to c6, knight to e5, and obviously you can't capture this knight because then you will lose your queen. So that's why black brings his queen back on c8, and the final move by Kasparov is queen to b1, sacrificing the rook as well as targeting this b6 pawn. And in this position, black resigned because suppose if black captured the rook, queen takes b6 check, and after king to c8, queen to b7 checkmate. What an amazing game by Garry Kasparov. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this video. Hit that subscribe button for more because it motivates me a lot. This is your host Bison signing off. Bye bye.